This is how a typical breakfast starts in our house. First, I feed the dog butcher box ground beef. Brown it up so it's about medium. She gets a quarter pound of this every meal. And I'll chop it up. And of course, today's Friday, so this is good for Friday breakfast, night, and Saturday breakfast and night. I'll put it into a glass lock and lock for her. Along with her half of a can of grain-free dog food that I get. About 6 ounces or so. I'm doing this with one hand on the dog food and one hand on the camera. There we go. And she does like her little dehydrated chicken in there. Her little snacks built right into the dog food. Then I'll top it with the quarter pound of ground beef. No, she doesn't get it this piping hot. We let it cool. But she loves it every day. So it's approximately 10 ounces. Now it's my turn. I take the Butcher Box breakfast sausage and I'll be making myself a breakfast sausage taco today. Same principle as the dog food, except I'm making dinner for tonight in addition to the breakfast taco that I'll be having shortly. I don't chop it up completely, but I will be peeling off the taco part, the shell part. And again, doing it one-handed, kind of awkward. Now, in the same fat, I'm cooking the eggs, scrambled eggs, 2 eggs that's going to go into the breakfast taco. Hit it with some salt. There we go. Of course, Redmond's real salt, just plain. No pepper. There we go. Flip. And it's going onto the shell, the meat shell. That's about 1/3 of the pound package. There goes the egg, no cheese, no more additional salt. Now, this is where I almost flip it. Whoa, I caught that quick. Almost ended up in the sink. Folded over just like a taco. It was so good. Jack was sleeping when I was doing all this prep this morning. So I was trying to be quiet. That's why I'm doing the voiceover. It is so good. Carnivore breakfast taco. Fabulous. This was my morning breakfast. And what I did with the rest of the meat breakfast sausage was fry it up in the pan along with 2 eggs. That I'm going to be having for dinner that evening. Or this is Friday that I'm filming it, Friday morning. Fry it up just like that. Then I'll put it into the silicone container because that's how I heat it up at work. In silicone. Little zip top. Pour that right in there. Zip it up. And that will be the dinner for Friday. It was so good. Just delicious. Now, everyday coffee. Got the big Yellowstone mug. 1 scoop of collagen. And then I'm going to take half of a scoop, a small scoop of the beef gelatin. Good for gut health, good for nails, good for hair, good for everything. Mix that up. This is the big mug, by the way. There we go. With the coffee, about 20 ounces. I'll put into the mug. And then I will add 1 ounce of butter, grass-fed butter. Stir that around. And then I'm going to put it into the Ninja and give it a whir. Doing it one-handed, one hand on the camera. That's why I had to lift the glass up. So I'll mix it until it's very frothy, just like this, and then enjoy. That's a typical morning.
Thanks for tuning in. My name is Jerry, and you've reached my channel, Carnivore Jerry. But this is the Denali After Dark Friday edition. I would like to talk about, on my way home today, what JFK said to West Virginia's Governor Patrick Morrisey on stage, live in front of God and everybody. He, JFK Jr., Bobby Kennedy Jr., Robert Kennedy Jr., said to Governor Morrisey that he, Robert Kennedy Jr., would like to coach Governor Morrisey and put Governor Morrisey on a carnivore diet. Whoa. I heard that and I thought, what in the world? Two schools of thought. Let me know where you guys weigh in on this subject. Do you feel that Bobby had shamed Governor Morrisey in front of everyone? Or do you feel as though Bobby Kennedy is looking out for Governor Morrisey's best interests and wants to legitimately coach him back into health? Now, before you guys start typing your comments in there, listen to me and don't unsubscribe to me, because again, my channel, my opinion. I respect and I value you guys to put down below your opinions and your comments. Now, I personally feel that if someone would have challenged me to lead a better, healthier life and to lose weight, also to be a coach, and you know Bobby is not going to charge him coaching fees. That's not going to be the case. Do you think that you would be offended? I would not. I would feel like, let's do this. Let me be the American spectacle, the American guinea pig, for lack of a better term. I know it sounds negative when you're talking about losing weight, but let me show you the before Governor Morrisey, soon to be the after Governor Morrisey, after Bobby gets a hold of him and carnivore diets him and trims him down. So if it were me, the younger female, I don't know, let's say when I was, 35, 38, late 30s, I may have been taken aback by it. I know if I would be a single female, a young lady, never been married, I probably would be, would start crying, the bottom lip would be all twitchy and what have you. But the reality is, Bobby Kennedy really wants the best for people insofar as eating a proper human diet is concerned. Now, I don't think that Bobby Kennedy knows who Dr. Berry is. For example, Dr. Berry is known amongst our community, the ketovore, the carnivore community. But Bobby Kennedy had met with the major food companies. And of course, the major food companies tell him oh, sure, we want Americans, we want to have healthier options for Americans, etc., etc. And it made me think about those companies that already sold out their companies for large, big bucks to the big food manufacturers. And we always wonder, are they going to change the recipe? Are they going to, if they make a dressing, for example, and the dressing has the beef tallow, for example, or avocado oil as a base for an oil, are they going to go all soybean on us, or are they going to go avocado and soybean mixtures? You can't help but wonder if food manufacturers are going to skimp in that regard. No doubt that the food manufacturers are going to take a hit financially because seed oils are so cheap, and cold pressed oils are more expensive, but they're better for the human body. Now, I don't think there's anything wrong with myself personally. I always give that qualifier, myself and my family, and feeding my husband. I don't have a problem with giving my husband French fries that are fried in beef tallow. They're a natural potato. I soak them to get out as much starch as possible, but again, they're loaded with carbohydrates. But if I'm going to fry it for him, Jack's already aware of what a French fry tastes like in beef tallow. He grew up in the 50s when McDonald's, that's all they had was the beef tallow grease that they used for their French fries. Now, I understand that In-N-Out Burger, for example, still gets their potatoes from a manufacturer that's pre-done. They've already been the first step in cooking, or they've been already sprayed with seed oils, and then now they're cooking them again in beef tallow. So I get it. It's just a matter of time before people realize that the taste of a French fry in beef tallow is so good. I would not eat it myself, but I'm recalling when I did eat French fried beef tallow fries. They were delicious. My husband loves them. And if that's the worst he does, well, it is what it is. For the most part, I mind my husband's calories, caloric intake, carbohydrate intake as much as I possibly can. You guys know my tricks with the waffle. Wink, wink, blink, blink. And he eats them, and he likes them, and it makes me happy because I'm giving him whole foods, good foods, no flour. It's all good. And he gets what he wants. He gets his waffle. So, let me know your thoughts about Governor Morrissey down below. I know this is not a political statement, nor it should be a political statement. Bobby Kennedy is in charge of the Food and Drug Administration right now under President Trump. President Trump put him in charge of that. So it's Bobby's goal in life to have people lead healthier lives and put less garbage and garbage into their systems. So that's just my thoughts for the day. Denali After Dark is, I'm done. I'm out. Thanks for following me along after work today. I appreciate it. And I hope to see you this weekend. Though not in the dark. should be during normal daylight hours. Have a good evening. Cheers.